Seriously? Uh, well rolled. Your time was 1 minute and 4 seconds and 80 milliseconds. That's it. All right, so I'll show off the dialogue of what happens when you actually do complete it for the first time. All right, so here we are in the Switch gallery. For some odd reason, I'll show you this. It's a black screen. So apparently this will also record when it tries to load the area, which is very interesting. Anyway, that was some nice rolling out there. Let's see how your let's see now. Your time was 33 seconds and 83 milliseconds. Since this was your first time finishing the olive roll, here's your very own special prize. So you got the olive oil, 30 crullets of it, and then you made it to the goal in less than 10 minutes. So you've earned yourself a nice gift. We got 10 helpings of apple. You made it to the goal in less than 5 minutes, so here you've earned yourself a nice gift. We got 10 helpings of pineapple. And for the final one, you made it to the goal in less than 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so you've earned yourself a nice gift. The black and white grass tablecloth. And then it has a little description of it. What is it? It's this, right? Yeah, okay. Different joystick. A tablecloth with a fun, trendy, black and white design featuring Pokemon that seem poised to leap from the tall grass at any moment. There you go. So that's it. Alright, so we'll go back into the game in a quick second. Alright, there we go. Now we're back in the game. Alright. So with that, as I said before, all you need to do for this area in particular is you just need to go through all of the shops in the three towns and cities that we went to last time. Buy all the tablecloths. I think by the end of it, it should net you around like I think a 20,000 polka dollar, or not 20,000. I think it's like 50,000 polka dollar purchases pretty much if you haven't purchased them already, kind of thing. It's not really that big of a huge deal. 50,000 for everything plus a little bit of an infuriating minigame. But again, if you do it that way, you're good to go. Literally, one of the first videos that I found said, like, you can do it in under 40 seconds. And I was like, really? And then they did that, and I was like, huh, that's interesting. And by the way, I did do something off-screen that I do want to mention. I wanted to confirm if I actually did get all the tablecloths, so I did talk to this guy beforehand, but I saved before I did it, so just in case it doesn't actually save. So yeah, so I make chairs. All right. Oh, seems like you've got some new tablecloths for me. You show the man your tablecloths. You show the old man your tablecloths. I see. So these are the kinds of designs people in Paldea like, huh? I'm going to try and make some new chairs using the designs you showed me. And a 1 and a 2. Here I go. My work here is done, and allow me to share the fruits of my labor with you, and thanks. There we go. You receive sets of handmade chairs. You put the handmade chairs in your bag. Phew, since you came around, I've been able to make so many new chairs that I might just be fresh out of ideas. I think I'll go ahead and enjoy a nice relaxing picnic of my own. Thanks for your help. And then you received a set of Herba Mystica. Alright, so what does the set of Herba Mystica do for us? Is this guy just a picnic thing? Yeah, it's just a picnic guy, okay. So what that actually does for us, or technically does for me, which is actually very helpful for me in this instance, is that it actually helps you getting the special... where is it? In getting the Herba Mystica. So I probably started this with all of them but 2. So this guy gives you 2 of each. So he gives you 2 sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and spicy. So he gives you 2 of each. So pretty much you'll get a full set pretty much by the end of it. So that's pretty good. And because there's a bunch of different, not really a bunch of different, but there's a bunch of recipes online of how to use the fewest amount of ingredients to get the sandwiches kind of thing to the way that you want them. So usually 2 of something Herba Mystica and usually just an ingredient that has the type that you want kind of thing. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, so we're pretty much done. While I could technically add this on to the last session to make it 6 videos instead of 4, I think is how much I put it into it. We're not going to do that. So I'm going to go around all of here, find out if there's any trainers that I missed, beat them, and then we'll do some ogre ousting. And yeah, that'll be kind of it though. So I wanted to show something off because I thought it was pretty interesting. So there was a bunch of videos online showing like how to best beat the event, the Hisuian Decidueye one. And something that's somebody said is that like if you have an Intimidate Mon, you'll be in good shape. I don't think they realize though that Intimidate doesn't work. So yeah, so Intimidate doesn't work on this Pokemon, unfortunately. So they were a bit wrong on that. So it's fine, it's not that big of a deal. But like I had, what was the Intimidate Mon? It wasn't Arcanine, it was a different one. I can't remember. But we had one, and on the solo match, like when I soloed this, and you won't believe what I soloed it with. So they were saying though that like a bunch of people were saying like, oh, the best Pokemon is Ceruledge because Ceruledge has access to a lot of great moves, a lot of great coverage. At first, I was thinking of going with Koraidon. By going with like one Swords Dance and going Flare Blitz, this thing will be going down in like no time at all. Until I found out that it's not very good, so I decided to revise that. So I was trying to look at different Pokemon that I had that would actually fit. I think there was like Ceruledge was the best, and there was another one. I can't remember what it was. But hey, if this was Pokemon Violet, don't get me wrong, I would definitely have gone in head first with a Ceruledge. But because both of these are supposed to be identical, well, except for special attack, but everything else is supposed to be identical, I didn't want to move it out of, like, I didn't want to change it up just for one battle and then change it. So instead, what I did is I went with my Crocopot here, or my Skeledirge. I think I've already showed off its EV pool, so I won't say it again. But if anybody does ask, don't get me wrong, I will give you it. But I did have to change some things around, so there's that too. But for the most part, I went with my Crocopot. It took like 3 attempts to do it, but I think mostly it was just because my companion sort of things didn't really help with Crocopot kind of thing. I know one of them was an Arboliva, which you would think though it would be one of the best things ever because it has recovery, but unfortunately it boosts Leaf Blade, so it was very haphazardly, not helping me. So yeah, so I went with Crocopot. I had to change one thing. I had to get rid of Disarming Voice for Will-O-Wisp, and I changed my item from Assault Vest to Shellbell, which I thought was one thing that was very strange was that for some odd reason, my Crocopot kept using Torch Song, and yet it was barely getting any recovery back. Now, mind you, my Crocopot here is, I don't think it's full in special attack. I think it's like 192 in special attack. So while it's not the strongest that it could be, it's still pretty darn powerful. Oh no, special attack is all the way. Oh, it doesn't have its... I don't think it has the right nature. I don't think I gave it the right nature. Considering the fact that it's decreasing special defense instead of increasing it, and it's increasing speed when I almost say Crocorock. What's its name? Skeleturge. When Skeleturge is not a very fast Pokemon. So, oops. Maybe that's why I had such a rough time. Anyway. Yeah, so pretty much I had not too much of a rough time. It was more infuriating the fact that, like, I was trying to get Torch Song to boost, and then all of a sudden, though, like, I'm not doing a lot of damage that I feel like I should have been doing. It was weird. And I kid you not, this is exactly what happened. So the timer for the raid went all the way down to the fact that, like, it doesn't even display anymore. And I had one of the trainer NPCs that tag teams with you, standing there doing nothing, and I'm like, hit the Decidueye, hit it, so I don't have to redo all of this. We got so close. We got to, like, there was a sliver of health left for the Decidueye, and my companion, or the NPC character that's with you, or one of the extras, wasn't attacking. I'm like, no, attack, please. We are almost there. Like, this is the point in which that it's gonna do it. And I'm like, and I was hoping that, like, when Decidueye's done its attacks, it was going to attack and make us win, but it never moved. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna have to redo this all over again. Then all of a sudden, Decidueye falls, and I'm like, what? And then, of course, I got the Decidueye. So. Hooray. I'm very happy, though. I love this. The mightiest mock. It is the mightiest. It is... What does it say for the title, though? It's Decidueye, the Unrivaled. I would love for you to be able to throw it on, like, any other Pokemon. I would love to throw it on Captain Kidd. Captain Kidd, the Unrivaled, because that's pretty much what it was. It was unrivaled during the main story. Anyway. So, I'll be working on these Pokemon. I'll be EV training them to be of... Well, not really of perfection. So, I'll be EV training these... 6 Pokemon, so like these, so Garnesha, Walking Wake, Ursaluna, Iron Leaves, Sinistcha, and Dipplin here. They will all be reverted down by the Fresh Start Mochis, and for the 3 here, the Okidogi, Munkidori, and the Pheasantipiti, they will also be EV trained. Well, I won't be trying to increase their levels too much. I will be doing the, what's it, the armband thing, I think? Yeah, I think I'll be doing, like, the armband. Well, I wouldn't say armband. What is it? What are they called? The power stuff. Yeah, so I'll be using the power stuff just to make it much easier, but just to make it done faster. Well, I say faster, but more so just cheaper. Anyway, so like these 3 will be done because these ones shouldn't have been affected by anything of that nature, and technically these ones are going to be, so everybody's going to be hyper trained and everything, so don't worry about that. Everybody's going to be hyper trained, and not only is everything going to be hyper trained, but everybody's going to be EV trained to how I want it, so at the very least we should have a much easier time. As I said, when I first started, before I first started this, the prep was supposed to be the Walking Wake, Iron Leaves, and what was it? Iron Leaves and Iron Maiden were supposed to, well, while Iron Maiden and K-Knight were already fully EV trained and stuff like that. Walking Wake and Iron Leaves were also supposed to be as well, but I held back so long for it because I was working on other things that it kind of never happened. So again, everybody's gonna get a little bit of experience. Mind you, they're not going to be getting much experience because I'll be going towards the lower level areas, so they're not going to be getting much, but they're going to be getting experience in the way that it makes sense for me to go get. So, hooray for that. But for the most part, yeah, I don't think there's much of anything else. Ursaluna, Sinistcha, and Dipplin, I might just name them. Like, I might just give these names off screen, just so though, like, they're named and they're ready to go, kind of thing, for full playthrough status. And same thing with Walking Wake and Iron Leaves. I might give them names. I might not give them Paradox names like I gave these. Unless I'm able to get a secondary version of them. So that way, though, like, they're not going to be replacing these ones. They're going to be using anything else. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much all I really wanted to mention. Is that I had a lot of fun with the DLC. Again, that little whole issue with the whole trainers thing was just such a huge letdown at the fact that like there was no really good system in order built in for it. And yeah, so for Granasha, Ursaluna, Sinisha, and Diplin, and maybe for the Loyal 3 as well, I will be giving them move pools that I will actually be more appreciative for. Rather than I think you I don't like. Yeah. And also Monkey Dory I think doesn't have a really... Well, it has an okay one, but it doesn't have one that I would like a lot. Serendipity definitely doesn't have one that I really like. So again, all of these will be EV trained, move pooled up, and ready to go. But when the next DLC comes out, the Indigo Disc, hopefully all of these videos will be up. I think we're getting close to finishing off uploading. We're currently on session 4, and this is currently session 6. Yeah, because I just finished uploading episode 32 not too long ago, and there's about 10 more videos of that, and then there is of course last session, which is of course 4 videos, and then this one, which is going to be 2. So yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know I did, despite all the broken stuff. So yeah, so I'll see you guys next time for some more Scarlet&Violet. Also remember, we'll be doing one more complete. It'll be a complete only, which we will do more ogre ousting. After that, that's it. No more videos of this. So yeah, so let's re-roll the outro. So yeah, so I'll see you guys next time for some more Scarlet&Violet.